Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we are going to open up what I assume is going to be a bunch of parts. As I said before, I had most everything for the Silver Burst, but I have some other projects in mind, so I bought some more parts. What do we got here? Alright, three-way switches. Switchcraft three-way switch. Got two of those. Everybody knows what those look like. Now let's set those there. So I haven't been back down to Blaze yet to drop off the Silver Burst for its vintage clear. What do we got here? Well, it looks like pots. After we open all these, I'll go over where I got them in case you guys want to get them too. Tell you what I got in them. Alright, these are the 500K pots. So one of the subscribers reached out to me and said something about, I'm going to have to go back and look at his comments, but said the 300K linear pots were just for volume only, that they weren't supposed to be tone pots. So he said get 500Ks. These are all 300Ks I put on this board here. I figured out what the rating is on it too. So the 284, 285, three of them are 284, two of them, or one's 285. So that's what they measured when they tried to match them. So they got as many pots as they could, as close to each other as they could. So that's how I bought those ones. We're gonna do a whole video actually on just where I got all these parts. So I guess I won't talk about where I got them on this video, because I need to sit down and write down how much it was and where they came from. Promote the seller stores on Reverb and eBay. So these are also Gibson pots as well. They're exactly like this with the Gibson logos engraved in them, but they had stuck a sticker over them. I can see the Gibson sticking out on that. But so these have been measured out. That one's 513. Let's see what the rest of these are. I'll try to get through this a little faster. 504. Starting to understand a little more about the parts. 532. Wow. That's some tough bubble wrap. Or it's the tape, one of the two. 480. So those are kind of all over the board there. We got 480, 504, 513, and 532. So two of them are pretty close. So anyhow, those are four of the pots, two of the switches. All right. This should be 50 feet. Oh, 30 feet. 30 feet of the cloth wire. So there's 10 feet of yellow, 10 feet of white, 10 feet of black. And I got that for doing switches, or jack plates, or jacks. Jack plate is the thing that holds it in there. But anyways, yeah, this is the Tone Pro, and I got this one pre-wired. So I'm going to pre-wire some of my own instead of paying the extra money for that. 30 feet of that was $16.73 to the door with tax. I guess I can just tell you how much these were too, because it's right here. So the long shaft pots were $44.80. So that was these. Can't remember what I paid for the 300 case. Again, we'll do a video on how much I got in all these parts. And then once we really decide exactly what's going in the Silverburst, we'll add up, okay, these are the Tone Pro input jacks. So these right here are the same thing as this, only I have to wire them. So again, I don't remember what I paid for this, but I was in a hurry, I wanted no hassle. And I thought I was going to get to that Silverburst a lot faster, so this time I'm just going to build it all from scratch instead of paying the extra for a little chunk of wire on there and some shrink tubing. I don't know what's in there. I don't want to cut through it. What do we got here? Desoldering wire. I should have had 4 of those. All right. So we will have to file a case on eBay. Let me make sure here. Yeah, 3 items. So I was wrong. I got 3, not 4. So missing 3 desoldering. Oh, okay, I know what this is too. So off of Stratosphere, once again, I ordered a whole kit. So this says it's missing the nut for the toggle switch. I don't know if I can get this to focus in on that. I don't know why. There we go. So this is a wiring kit from a Gibson Les Paul. They desoldered it and took everything out. I do think that they threw a couple new caps in there because there's no way those were in there, but I bought them as used, so I assume that's what they did. Now, what do we got in here? We got a destruction manual, 4 CTS, no? Yeah, 4 CTS 500K pots. So we got 4 more pots there. Another Switchcraft 3-way switch. Might as well just throw it with that. And then we got a Switchcraft input jack. So now we have 4 input jacks, 3 toggle, 4. We have 4 toggles because I got the 6-way. That's why I was trying to keep track of how many sets I could make. And then I figured I would just save this as a spare. That's why, I got the 3 Tone Pros. So I want to make 4 different setups. Definitely going to put one setup in the Silverburst, and the other one, obviously, I'd talked about it, and it's what I'm going to do. We're going to take the PCB board out of this and the 490R and a 490T, and we're going to kick them down the road, and we're going to put the DiMarzio super distortions in here, and we're going to put some, I don't know what caps yet, definitely something kind of vintagey. Maybe we'll do brown drops or something different other than everybody's got these orange drops, and I have a couple over there too that I haven't used, but I want to try some different things because everybody runs orange drops. So anyways, this is the next thing we're going to do. So it might even get done before the Silverburst because it's got to go in for paint. So I was thinking, well, what can I do while I'm waiting for that to come back from clear? And I thought, well, I'll go ahead and start the gold top, and if of course somebody buys that before I get to it, then obviously we're not going to do it. But so in that kit, we also got some pushback wire. I got a couple chunks in here and a nice chunk of 4 conductor wire just for spares. Now let's see, we've got one more package here. I feel like Well, I know we're missing some desoldering wire. All right, 25 feet, I think. Is that what this is? Yeah, 25 feet of pushback wire. So we got 30 feet here, 25 feet here. What stratosphere what you're saying me to stick in there in these few chunks. So I think I got a good amount of wire to do vintage wiring. Now what my plan was here was, since I have these Gibson 300Ks and now these Gibson 500Ks, I was going to put 2 and 2 together to make a set, and then this would be a set. So I'll have 3 sets of pots. I'm just going to get another set of pots, like I said, to make 4 things, but I don't know. I might want to try something else. These are the CTS, these are Gibson, these are Gibson. I got Emerson's in the Cherry Burst, so I'm gonna poke around. Maybe we'll find a different pot to try out too and see if it's a turd or not. So, boy, we are missing. What are we missing here? So delivered. Okay, so we are missing a little bowl that you stick the end of your soldering iron on to remove residue. It's like looks like a brass Brillo pad to me, but okay, so that's all I'm waiting for now, other than I'm gonna have to file a case on this. I only got 1 desoldering wire and I should have had 3, so that's a little disappointing. I hate when I get hosed. It's always on the dumb little stuff too. It's like, I bet you they do that figuring it's not worth your time maybe to have to go through doing that, because if you guys remember, here's my 4 screws. This package was cut down and shoved in a regular envelope, and I paid like, I don't know, $18 or something for these 4 little screws in an envelope, and the guy thought he was going to get away with it. But I took the time to get my money back through eBay, because that's just ridiculous. Most people probably just give up because it didn't cost that much, and they just write it off. So that's pretty cool. Little wiring diagram. At least they send that. We actually have, my dad sent, this is a vintage book here. This thing's pretty cool. 1992, right here. But I mean, you can tell, look at this, it's all typed like a typewriter and then ring bound. But this is all your charts and stuff for your Strats and Les Pauls, all the wiring. So that's pretty slick. Definitely we'll use this book for all the vintage wiring that we're gonna do. Oh, I have these too. I'm gonna frame these and hang them on a wall. They're both the same, but they're 2-sided. So they tell you all the pickups that were in the different Gibson guitars. So I'm gonna frame those and put them up on the wall. Thought that was pretty cool. I got that from a guitar shop that went out of business, along with that rack there that's got the string trees on it. I can put 20 guitars on there, but I'm not 20 guitar rich. So it's got 10 on there, and 3 of them are my dad's. So maybe someday I'll have enough to put 20 on there, but until then, it's gonna sit there like that. So I guess that's it for right now. Oh, this is what I don't know if I can use this or not, but I was gonna use this for my ground. It's not, there's no wire in it. It's just braided steel. Will it focus? There we go. So it's just braided steel. There's no wire in it at all. Come on, focus in again. Yeah, see? No wire. So I think I can use this for ground, because usually you'll see people take a piece of, it looks like solder to me, and they just kind of run it around and solder it down. I thought, well, why can't we do that with this? And go around and ground them all. And it looks cool. I think it looks cooler than that little metal thing that they stick in there. So I don't know, we'll see. It's all work in progress, but now we have some stuff to play with. We do have our 3 pickups. We have our 3 pickup rings. We got all our hardware. Oh, that is it. I do need a control cavity for the Silver Burst. Well, I'd found some 76 vintage brown cavity covers, but it's not oval like this one. So I got a Les Paul set. That should be coming on the way, and I was thinking about putting that on the Silver Burst because we're going to go with that vintage clear, and we're going to weather check it. So I'm going to try to go for like 1979-ish, Adam Jones theme, but it's going to be triple picked up, picked up. It's going to be a triple pickup. And also another subscriber suggested that I should do binding on it. Now, depends on how much they want, because when you start doing that, I think originally when they build a guitar, they do the binding before the neck, or at least the route for it. So with the neck being in the way, I'm not sure how time consuming or difficult that would be for them to route that out like that and not screw up the neck or the neck binding. So I'll ask them about it, but it's a good idea. Almost would be really cool if it had a custom 5-ply binding like it was on my custom shop, my 57 custom shop. That'd be pretty cool. And then I could take that 5-ply pick guard. But see, here's what I don't like. So if I'm vintage clearing this and I put a pick guard on it that's white, it's never gonna turn amber like the rest of it. So it'll stick out like a sore thumb. I don't know. I'm always talking out loud and I always have a million different ideas, but yeah, I definitely want to get a vintage clear on this. I think it would look better. And it's going to turn that silver a little greenish color, but it'll tone down the white. And then to get a really nice even weather check all over it would be cool too. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. But that's definitely not getting done anytime soon. So we're going to have to bounce on to something else. Whether if we start working on my dad's vintage 1960s Asian 335s in Les Paul, or we start building the gold top, or who knows, something else might come up. I just, like this, I'm not going to tear this apart, but I just grabbed this. But my intentions were to pick up something in the sub $1,000 range that I could bring home and dissect and change and make cooler, or at least in my opinion. Some people might think I'm destroying the Silver Burst, and I kind of did so far because it was absolutely mint. If you go back into my videos, you'll see where I did a video on it, and it was in absolutely mint condition, and then we sold it, did a video of shipping it off and then getting it back, and it don't look nothing like it did then. So we're gonna fix that. The finish can be fixed. So anyways, you guys keep watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We're gonna have more stuff coming up here. Thanks.